Yeah. I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of his skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
American KKK, land of the good, smokers, home of the slaves, and I'm just trying to be great. Tell me, how can I live with this drama every day? I'm a light, I'm a beam in this darkness. It seems that real life is a nightmare. Can I live my dreams on this earth? Since I was young, I realized I had a destiny bigger than the fiction that's disguised what was best for me. Better than the hate and all the lies that lead to death of me. As a place since we've been hypnotized since elementary. Thought it was my skin, but studied something that was new to me. They hate me because of what my ancient ancestors used to be. Killers, teachers, thieves, not all of them kings and queens. Our nature was natural, not supernatural. Now they call it magic and voodoo, that shit ain't practical. All of us connected, always want to learn that you know. Don't let the shit go over your head. Same snakes up in the garden, but the skin just shed. They'll always try to convince you that it's all in your head. Just know you gotta do better before you hit your bed. I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin. But they wanna bring us down, they don't wanna see us win. Trying to kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know they hate you deeper than the color of my skin. Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? I know they hate you deeper than the color of my skin.
Yeah. They say my rhymes cause too much excitement, ride incitement, shit. Well, there's no indictments for my kinfolk get murdered by white men. Dark skin, light skin, divided and blinded. So we beef with each other, our brothers, rather than fight them. Fuck all that silence, it's time to get shit ignited. I ain't my way, little nigga. I ain't taking shit from no tars. And ain't no motherfucking nation got freedom from march. I'm begging for partial niggas ain't signing no partials. Big payback. You crackers got red in your margins. Why? They broke every treaty, slaughtered the buffalo, and then they set fire to teepees. They called their face of mountains, but we go to jail for graffiti. We fought for this country, they gave us syphilis to skinny. We bang it and rob. You made the ones who stay behind bars. They take all our money, but they ain't want to give us no jobs. Wasn't supposed to make it, but we stay defying the odds. It's like we really only living off the grace of our God. Can I live without getting harassed by the Sarge? Can I live without getting slammed in my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? Yo, can I live without getting harassed by the Sarge? Can I live without getting slammed in my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they don't wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
Most High in Christ, man. Shalom. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West and 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and the Commander General YAHANNA. Man, it's Officer YAHANNA. You understand this is the I.S.U.P.K Houston Law class. Today I want to get into something, man. You know, I feel like these type of classes are needed. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the truth and you like, okay, how can I put this? When you're in the truth, you know, the life, okay, life doesn't stop. You understand? When I say that, what I mean by that is, before you come into the truth, okay, like you had a life you was living. You understand? Certain things was happening, good or bad. You understand? But you still had a life you was living. So it's no different from when you come into the truth. Just because, you know, so this lesson today is gonna be more so for those of us that's in the truth. You understand? Or not necessarily just for those who's in the truth, but like those who are coming into the, like, you know, finding the Lord, you understand, finding the truth. Like not just necessarily in I.S.U.P.K, but this is mostly, I'm gonna say mostly for the I.S.U.P.K because I don't really, you know, I don't know if anybody else even really watch these classes. If they do, Most High in Christ. If they don't, Most High in Christ. But you know, we all go through stuff, you understand? And some of us was had trials and tribulations before we even came into the truth. Some of us had burdens. Some of us had, you know, illnesses, diseases, sicknesses. You understand? Before coming into the truth, and it's all a part of the curses. You understand? It's all a part of being an Israelite. You know what I mean? And it comes from, because you know when we go through something like whether it be cancer or, you know, name me something, that lupus, uh, you know, heart disease. You know what I'm saying? All types of, you know, different cancers, lung cancer, uh, colon cancer, women breast cancer, pancreatic cancer, all these different things, HIV, STDs, different things that we're going through. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, people look at, you know, the sexually transmitted diseases more so as the person who acquired its fault. But regardless of the fact, it's still an issue in the black community. It's an issue, and I'm not saying it's just limited to the black community, but it's an issue in the black community. I could care less about any other community. So since it's an issue in my community, then I feel obligated to speak on it. And I feel like these classes that we have, you know what I'm saying? Because of course I'm used to scriptures, you know what I'm saying, for the to be the preface of the lesson. But you know, being in the truth, these type of classes are needed. These type of, you know, classes where we address these issues and understand that we going through it and try to deliver a solution to how to deal with it while you look in the truth. Because at first you was dealing with it while you was in the world. In the world, well, guess what? You was smoking weed, you was doing drugs to cope with these things. Well, you know that that's against the Lord. You understand? So in the truth, you can't be smoking weed. You can't be doing drugs. So how do you cope with these different type of illnesses and sicknesses? Well, I can go to different places in the Bible, but I'm pretty sure y'all know where I'm gonna go with it because it's probably the most prominent story to tell that relates to what I'm bringing out today. Can anybody guess what I'm gonna bring out? I'm pretty sure you already know. Go ahead.
Book of Job, sir.
Book of Job. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's very, and the reason why I'm bringing out Job is because, like I said, Job not the only one that went through something, but Job went through what he went through, and he went through, I guess, relating to what I'm talking about. Because when I'm talking about illnesses and, you know what I'm saying, cancers and HIV and all of these different, definitely can't leave diabetes. You know, diabetes, high blood pressure, all these different things can be fatal. When I say fatal, what I mean is you can lose your life if you don't take care of yourself. You can lose your life if you don't get the treatment that you need. You understand? Check on that right there, Ron. Who that is? That might be them brothers that you was talking about, but make sure okay. That it wasn't nothing behind the building earlier when you checked. Everything was to walk. All right, no sweat. So it's a lucky for that. What was I at? Joe relates to what I'm bringing out today because when you're going through like all these different illnesses and stuff can be fatal. So with that being said, let me select it because there might be some interaction online. I want to make sure I interact with everybody. Give me 1 second. this was like a by the way, for those watching, this was like a spur of the moment type of class, because it was in my spirit to have this class, because you know what, we never really take the time, you know, being in this truth, we always how can I put it, we always, I don't want to say assume, but you know, as a soldier in the Lord's army, you got to follow orders. You got to do what you're supposed to do. You got to do the Lord's work. You got to focus on, you know, being righteous. But nobody really takes the, not saying nobody do it, but sometimes it's necessary to take the time out to acknowledge the other stuff going on in each other's life while enduring in this truth. Because the scriptures say, he that endured to the end. You understand? He that endured to the end. That means endured to the end by taking orders, enduring to the end by doing the Lord's work, enduring to the end by doing what you're supposed to do, even though you may be going through something outside of, you understand, of what everybody knows. Like, not everybody gonna know what you're going through. That's why this brotherhood is important. And while you may not feel comfortable talking to everybody in the you know, every brother, it is important for you to establish a brotherhood with the brothers. You don't have to necessarily tell a brother, oh, everything that's going on with you, in order for you to get that support, if that makes any sense. You understand? Get the support of the brotherhood. You don't necessarily have to tell the brothers everything detail what's going on. You can just know, okay, I got my brothers, so we can have brotherhood. You understand what I'm saying? We can chill, we can laugh, we can go over scriptures, we can, you understand, we can go to camp together, we can, you know what I'm saying? That's brotherhood. All of that is part of brotherhood. So even doing the work of the Lord is part of brotherhood. So you want to embrace that. You don't want to shy away from it. You understand what I'm saying? So this class is not only for those who are going through. I don't want this to be limited to those who have diseases. Also, because mental illness is also a disease. You understand? Mental illness is a problem. This ain't just physical health. This is whatever you're going through, whether it may be physical or mental. You understand? You want to be able to don't shy away from the brotherhood. Don't shy away from the truth. Don't shy away from keeping the laws. Don't shy away from doing the work. In fact, you want to do it more so. If you find yourself in a situation where you're going through some of the stuff that I'm talking about, you want to do it more so. You want to come into the truth, and you want to, I'm talking about, like, this is beyond, you know what I'm saying, the small things. You know, I know, okay, because I'm going to get to the script. We're going to pull out Job. We're going to go through Job, right? But I'm saying this because this is important, everything I'm saying, you understand? We got to understand that we can't use, it's not, I won't say use excuse, but we can't use what we're going through, our illnesses, mental health condition, all of that to be a reason to shy away from the truth. What is that called when you are doing it? What is that called when you're taking, you know, let's say, for instance, let's say I got bipolar schizophrenia or whatever. And I say, you know what? Forget this stuff. I'm just not going to go to camp. I'm not going to go to class because I don't want to snap. I don't want to go off. I don't want to, you know, be around the brothers because I don't want to be unbrotherly. What is that called? What is wrong? What is going on with me? And I'm not saying that that's what's happening to me. I'm using myself for example because I don't want to use nobody else, because this is a very touchy subject. So let me get you quiet. Go ahead. That's a demon. That's what that is. That's a demon on you saying, nah, don't go to the camp with them brothers, man. You're gonna go off, you're gonna be unbrotherly. You're gonna break protocol because, yeah, man, you can't take it. You can't handle it. But what happens is, so in your mind, you start to think, like, you start to develop this, I don't want to say animosity, but you start to kind of develop this sense of, I don't got nobody. I can't depend on my brothers. They not my brothers. Well, they my brothers, but they not really understanding. They don't really understand what I'm going through. They don't know how to deal with what I'm dealing with. They don't understand me. You understand? So now you start distancing yourself. Then you start developing, you may not admit it, but you're going to start developing a hatred. This hatred can grow and grow strong and strong. And next thing you know, now, you can't be in the truth no more, because anything that brother say to you, if it like, because some other brothers you may not feel this way about. You know what I'm saying? So it may not be as strong. It's only because I have noticed something, and including myself. When we go through something, we usually okay with the brothers that's kind of, I'm trying to use the right words. We usually get along with the brothers who pamper us. I don't want to say that word because it sounds so homosexual. Yeah, like pacify. You understand? Like kind of pacify. Not saying like they choose your favoritism and stuff like, but usually the ones like the brothers that lay back, that you don't really worry about, that don't really give too many orders, that don't like every I'm pretty sure every school in UPK got certain brothers that are hardcore, that's gonna, you know, get them orders out and get on check you when you need to be checked, how you supposed to be checked. And then you got some brothers that just kind of laid back. It just correlates with their spirit, depending on who their brother is, right? So I notice when we tend to go through stuff, we tend to lean more towards the brothers that's laid back, that don't check us, that don't do this and don't do that, when we should be embracing the brothers who are the ones checking us and the ones doing this. Because not saying don't embrace the brothers that's laid back. Embrace them too. Embrace all your brothers is what I'm trying to say. Don't say, oh, well, this brother, just because he's hard on me, I can't relate to him. That's being emotional. That's using what you're going through, whatever it may be, as a crutch, saying, you know what, I can't take this right now. I need somebody who's gonna pacify me. I need somebody who ain't gonna check me right now. I need somebody to understand it. I thought long and hard about this before I actually decided to teach about this, because it's a thin line. I don't want to walk a thin line based on my opinion versus what the truth is. So that's why I'm trying to keep it as unbiased as possible, because I'm including myself in this too. We all go through stuff. I go through stuff all the time. I get checked just like you get checked. We get checked. You understand? Like I started as a trooper just like Commander Junior YAHANNA started as a trooper. We all started from a trooper. You understand? We all got checked. We all get checked. You understand? This ain't nothing that nobody's going through that nobody else ain't going through. So I'm saying this, I'm including myself in this, in the sense that we got to stop using that as a crutch. Embrace the brothers that's more hardcore towards you. Embrace those brothers even more so, because guess what? For the fact that them brothers are checking you, that lets you know that they care about you. If they're not saying that the brothers that's laid back, that's not really doing the checking, that's just their personality. But the fact that those brothers that are hardcore, if they do take the time out to check you or to get on you or to guide you and to correct you, it means that they do love you. Because I'm a man, you understand? I ain't finna be correcting nobody I don't care about. Do you know how many brothers and sisters we see walking up and down the street that ain't in our, you know what I'm saying? Now, like, okay, put it like this. Before you come into the truth, how many people was you correcting? Before you got into the truth, how many people you seen out here doing all type of wickedness? Let's put aside the fact that you was doing your own wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Because that's probably another reason why you ain't checked nobody, because you had to check yourself, because you was out there wilding too, you understand? But let's say you wasn't doing as bad as some other people. How many of those people did you actually really correct or try to, how many times you seen a whore dressed all crazy and you told her, you need to put some clothes on? Nah, you probably right there like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You right in the mix. You understand? And it's because you really didn't care about that sister. That's a fact. We all can, everything that I'm saying right now is the truth. This is the I.S.U.P.K. This is the home of the truth. I'm not saying nothing that's not fact. You did not care about that sister if you didn't tell that sister she needs to put some damn clothes on, regardless if she looked nice or not. She's putting herself in a position where she can catch all manner of diseases. And that's another black person in the community with a disease. That's what you're not looking at. You're looking at it as, oh, she's a stranger, I don't know her, so forget about her. But really, she your sister, man. And in the world, we didn't think like that. But in the truth, we do think like that. Now, how many people do you correct? If you see a whore, you know what I'm saying? Even if you may not say nothing, the first thing that comes to your mind is going to be, man, she can put clothes on. It's different now. Even if you like what you see. I mean, you're a man. It would be homosexual for you not to like it if it look good. But you may be like, yeah, she fine. She got a booty. She needs to cover her butt up. You understand what I'm saying? It's a difference. And long story short, what we got to do is start understanding that just because we're going through something, don't stray away from it. Don't let that further divide you away from the truth. If anything, it should bring you closer to the truth. It should bring you closer to the Most High, because it's a reason why you came to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why you are coming to the truth in the first place. It ain't just wasn't no coincidence. You understand? So with that being said, enduring is important. Brotherhood is important. You understand? Having that strong support system with your brothers, that's what's important, because guess what? All we got is really each other. When the white man's empire falls, who are you gonna have to lean on? Your people, your brothers and your sisters. That's who we're gonna have to depend on. Who gonna fight for our women and children? The men, the black men. You understand that? That's in the truth. Nobody else ain't gonna fight for us. So we gotta understand that, man. You understand? Like, don't let little small things come in between. I don't care what you're going through. We all go through it. You understand? All of us may not express it, but we all going through something. And so I'm saying that to say, you know, let be strong in this truth, man. And the perfect example of that is Job. So we're gonna start Job chapter 1, start at verse 1.
Book of Job, chapter 1, verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job. That man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and eschewed evil.
Now, this man Job, you understand, this is a man from the land of Uz. This man was a perfect man. You understand? So for anybody that try to tell you you can't be perfect, the Bible says it right here that this was a perfect man, not a perfect spirit, not a perfect angel, not God, not, you understand, this was a man that was born from a woman, just like you were born from a woman, or you a woman that's born from a woman, regardless. This is a man, you understand? So if a man can be perfect, you can be perfect too as a man or a woman. So don't sit here and let no Christian church tell you that you can't be perfect. We all fall short. None of us are perfect. That's what they teach you. But that is not true, because Job didn't fall short. Job was perfect. That's what the Bible says. You understand? A man that feared the Lord. If you fear the Lord, you're going to do what? Go ahead.
Be perfect.
Go ahead. You're going to keep the commandments, which is being perfect. So both of y'all are correct. You understand? If you fear the Lord, you're going to keep the commandments. It's that plain and simple. Go keep reading.
Verse 2. There was born unto him 7 sons.
So this man had 7 sons. Most High in Christ. Go ahead.
And 3 daughters.
Mm-hmm. So he had a nice full family. 7 sons and 3 daughters. Go ahead.
Verse 3. His substance also was 7,000 sheep.
His substance. What is substance? What is it talking about in this instance? His substance was what?
7,000 sheep.
What is his substance? Anybody want to give it a shot? Go ahead, Ron. His what? His possessions, but that's more basically, yeah, his assets, his animals, his farm, his, you know what I'm saying? His substance. Right. That, because you know, that was your asset then. Your animals and stuff, that was your creme de la creme. You understand? That was your money. That's how you got your bread. You know what I'm saying? Healthy, nice looking animals that you can, you know, sell, or, you know, produce it for food, whatever. You understand? Go ahead.
And 3,000 camels.
And
500 yoke of oxen.
So how many sheep he had again?
7,000.
Man, 7,000 sheep. You just imagine how wealthy he was. 7,000 sheep. Good night. And you know they multiplying. You know what I'm saying? You know they multiplying. Go ahead. And how many keep going again? Start from right there. 7,000 sheep.
300 camels.
300 camels.
And 3,000 camels.
3,000 camels.
And 500 yoke of oxen. And 500 she-asses. In a very great household. So
a very great household. You understand that, right? So we can all be in agreement when it's saying Job basically was very wealthy. He was very wealthy and blessed by the Lord. He had a big family. He had 3 daughters, 7 sons. You understand? He had a whole crap load of substance, which is his you know, his assets. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
So that this man was the greatest of all the men of the East.
He was the greatest of all the men in the East. He was like the most wealthiest. He had the most. He was just blessed by the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 4. His sons went and feasted in their houses.
Now this right here is gonna be tricky. I want to say I don't know. I'd be very surprised if one of y'all can get this. What is this verse talking about? Read this verse. I'm gonna let him read it all the way through, and we're gonna try to break it down. I'm gonna see anybody online. If you wanna chime in, you understand. I'm keeping track of what's going on online, so you can go ahead and chime in. And you know, I want to be interactive today. So when read the verse right quick.
Book of Job, chapter 1, verse 4. His sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them.
So his sons went and feasted, everyone in their day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. What is this talking about? I'll be very surprised if one of y'all get it. It's real tough. You can get it. It'll be real, you understand? You want to give it a shot, Ron?
They call it sisters to be with.
Lie. No, that was a lie. You know what I'm saying? That was a lie. You understand? Job was I ain't gonna okay. You on the right track with them doing something wrong or against the Lord, but it wasn't that bad. You understand? It wasn't like lie. It's going too far. Go ahead. Yeah, I mean that's what it say. It said it was like a feast. That's what the scripture say. But what kind of feast? You got all different types of feasts. You want to give it a shot, you pop? You got your hand halfway up. You know I'm gonna call on you if it look like you want to answer. You might got it now. Hold on, I'm gonna come back to you. They was giving her a hand. Give her a hand. That is not easy to catch. You understand? Because the key word, what's the key word in the scripture? Go ahead.
Everyone his day.
Exactly. You understand? Everyone his day. It didn't give a certain time frame that this all took place. It just says, and his sons went and feasted in their houses, everyone his day. You understand? Everyone on his day. Everyone on each one of their day, they went and feasted in their houses and called their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. You understand? Go ahead and read verse 5.
Book of Job, chapter 1, verse 5. And it was so, when the days of their feast were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. But Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned.
It may be that what?
My sons have sinned.
So that's how you know. That's how you know right there. That we're not supposed to be celebrating no birthdays. It's right there, clear as day. You know what I'm saying? So add this with your birthday precepts. You understand? Make sure you take this down because it's clear as day. A lot of people go to Job, I believe it's chapter 2, when it's talking about when he cursed his day, not even remembering Job 1, when his sons celebrated their birthday. And he had to offer a burnt offering to the Lord because he felt like his sons had sinned. Why else would he feel his sons have sinned? If it was lawful to keep your day. Y'all get the point, right? That's how we know that it was unlawful. It's unlawful to celebrate your birthday. It's clear as day. But guess what? The Christian pastors are not going to bring this out. Christian pastors are not going to, break the Bible down like it's supposed to be broken down because they don't know the Bible. But it's okay because you're going to get that work here in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? You're going to get that truth. So you ain't going to get the work. You're going to get the truth. You understand? So now it says, and it was so when the days of their feasting were gone about. So it's showing you, it didn't say a time frame, but it did say now, so when the days of their feasting have gone about, meaning when all their birthdays have passed, You get the point, right? You understand? That says, when the days of their feasting were gone about, Job sent and sanctified them and rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. So that means they all did it, right? They all celebrated their birthday. So Job set up burnt offerings for all of them. You get the point, right? So, hey, Rom, if you could, you can get that up for me. It's like, they all offered burnt offerings. He offered burnt offerings for them all. So we know that you know, in the Old Testament, you had to offer up something. You had, when you sin against the Most High, depending on what the sin was, you would give an offering or you would give a sacrifice for that sin. You understand? Now that don't mean you ain't take. That don't mean you won't get punished. You understand? But it's like to cover that specific sin or whatever. All right, keep going.
Well, Job said, "It may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts."
So it may be said that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. So he didn't say that they just, oh, you know what I'm saying, curse God with their mouth. He said in their hearts. Because why? They blatantly went against what the Most High allows. The Most High don't want you celebrating your name. So they blatantly went against that. So that's why Job said it may be so that they have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. You understand? Go ahead.
Come on. Thus did Job continue.
Thus did Job continually. So Job did not curse the Lord. Job did what the Lord wanted him to do. You understand? It was his sons that have sinned. Now, don't mean, now, you understand, you know, we're going to keep going.
The book of Job, chapter 1, verse 6. Now, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them.
Now, I said, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, right? And Satan came also among them. Go ahead.
Could this be saying that Satan is also the son of God?
Satan is an angel. Satan, I'm not gonna 100% teach that because I'm not 100% sure. What we do know is Satan is an angel, depending on the context, obviously. But Satan is an angel who follows orders from the Lord. Okay, so that's what we're gonna. That's what you wanna. You don't want to walk a thin line. You don't want to be unsure. You want to state what is and don't worry about what's not or what you're not sure of. Not saying don't worry about it, but don't teach it. So I'm not going to teach that Satan was a son of God. I'm going to teach that Satan was an angel that followed orders from the Lord. You understand? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan.
Because think about it. Even in this verse, it's separating Satan from sons of God. Because it says, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also amongst them. So even in the scripture, it's separating the two. You understand what I'm saying? It's not saying Satan, being a son of God, also came among them. It's saying Satan also came too. You understand what I'm saying? So, okay, it's no different from, okay, so when it's saying now that there was a day that the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, then it says, and Satan came also among them. So it's letting you know Satan is in his own, you know what I'm saying? Satan is being separated in the sense that I'm not going to teach that he's not the son of God, because like I said, I'm not 100% sure. That's something I would have to ask Officer Gotteside, and I would get back with you on it. But what I do know is Satan is an angel, and he, you know, takes orders from the Lord. But if you look at what the scripture is saying, it's separating them two. Because if Satan was a son of God, according to this scripture, it would say, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and even Satan, being a son of God, came with them. It would have said that, but it didn't. You understand? So we don't want to teach what is not being said, and you know, we don't teach the unsure. So I just want to throw that out there. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth.
So start over again.
Come. The book of Job, chapter 1, verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth.
So the Lord say, He say, when's comest thou? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get here? Where you been? You understand? And Satan say, you know, I've been, you know, back and forth. You understand what I'm saying? I've been here, there, everywhere. You understand? I've been around. Go ahead.
And from walking up and down in it. Verse 8.
This is how you know. Also, go ahead, keep going.
Verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job?
So the Lord already know that Job is an upright man. You understand? So the Lord said, have you considered my servant Job? So this right here is a prime example that the Lord will put you to the test. And guess who the Lord would use to put you to the test? It's right here. Go ahead. Lord gonna use Satan. Satan works for the Most High. You understand? For all these Christians that like to say, oh, well, you know, I'm gonna have a Matthew take over verse 8. You think you need that microphone? All right, no sweat. For all the Christians out here to try to, because this is the Christian church 101, right? They teach that Satan is a fallen angel, or Lucifer is a fallen angel. They teach that Satan is, you know what I'm saying, the Lord's #1 enemy. Like this is like some type of comic book or something, where you got the Lord is the highest power of good, and Satan is the highest power of evil, and they clash, and it's like the clash of the titans, and the Lord is fighting to restore earth, and Satan is fighting to get every, you know what I'm saying? They're all fighting for all manner of evil. That's why the Christian church portrays it. In all reality, the Lord is the only one true, like, highest power. Everything falls under him, period. You understand? Ain't no Satan, him, they fighting against each other. The Lord ain't got to fight with Satan. That's disrespect to the Most High. Saying he have to even fight with Satan is disrespect to the Most High. Like, Satan is like a finger snap away from not existing. You understand what I'm saying? According to the Lord. Like, Satan is a small thing to a giant. What's a goon to a goblin? You understand what I'm saying? Satan ain't nothing compared to the Most High. In fact, Satan understands he's so much nothing compared to the Most High, he got to ask the Lord for permission to come mess with you. The Lord goes to him and gives him an order. You understand? You get the point. The Lord ain't asking him to do nothing. And the Lord ain't asking him for permission. Let me get one on one. The Lord ain't asking him for permission for him to go out. No, he's coming to him telling him, hey, have you considered my servant Job? Have you considered my servant Job? You know what? Go check him out. See if he budge. And Satan, what do Satan say? Kind of want to come, sir. Sure, sir. So like this, sir. You know, if I could, sure. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what Satan is doing. Satan is making sure that it's okay. That's Satan following orders. You understand? If you want to read verse 8 again, if you could.
Job chapter 1, verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth?
There is none like him in the earth. Go ahead.
A perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil.
So Satan, the Lord is telling Satan, hey, look, man, you need to go test him. He's a perfect and upright. It ain't no man. I bet you he don't budge. There ain't no man like him on earth. I know he fear me. He escheweth evil. You understand? You ain't gonna make him, but he's solid. You get the point, right? That's a hardcore brother right there. He's solid. Ain't no budging him. Keep going.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doeth Job fear God for naught? Verse 10. Hast not thou made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land.
So Satan is like, well, you got this hedge of protection around him. You know what I'm saying? Don't you got this, like, you know what I'm saying? You got him, he's blessed, he's wealthy, you protecting him, you understand what I'm saying? You sure you want me to go test him? Because I mean, you know, that means you would have to let me go test him if you're gonna let me test him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta test him. You gonna let me do that? Go ahead.
Verse 11. But put forth thine hand now.
Hold on, no way. So you mean to tell me the Lord is telling? He telling him? You sure it ain't asking him? What did it say again?
But put forth thine hand now.
He didn't say, can you please put forth thy hand? Can you please not do this? Can you please do that? No, he's saying, but put forth thy hand. He's telling him. You understand? Go ahead.
But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face.
He said, put forth all that he had. You understand? And so now, okay, so this is Satan. Satan is still saying, okay, well, put forth thy hand now and touch all that he had, and he will curse thee to thy face. So he's saying, if I do this, like, so he coming to the Lord humble. He's saying, but if I do this, I bet you he gonna curse you. If I just take all that he had, or if I mess with all he had or take it away from him, I bet you he gonna curse you. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power.
So now the Lord is not asking. Now the Lord is not, saying, hey, well, okay, if you want to, you can do. No, he's saying, you know what? All right, everything that he got is in your power. I'm gonna let you have control over that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna put you in charge. Like when brothers give orders, I'm gonna put you in charge of that, brother. You make sure now you're responsible for that. So he giving orders to say now, put forth. Okay, everything he got is in your power. All right, you responsible for that, brother. Now, go ahead.
Only upon himself put not forth thine hand.
So he giving him another order. Now you can touch everything he got. You touch what he own. You touch anything around him, but don't put your hands on him. You understand? Don't touch him. That's an order. You understand? He's gonna say, "I don't want God." Go ahead.
So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord.
Satan didn't question the Lord. Satan didn't say, well, I can do what I want because I'm the greater evil and you're the greater good and I'm against you. He didn't say that. He said, kind one kind. And he went on and did what the Lord told him to do. Go ahead.
13. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. Verse 14. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding beside them. Verse 15, and the Sabeans fell upon them and took them away. Ye, they have slain the servant with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. So
Satan made it to where all this stuff happened to them. All his assets, his substance was being destroyed, killed. You understand? And Satan spared the messenger to let him come tell Job, right? So the messenger come to Job and said, man, look, all this stuff happened, man. The Sabeans fell upon them and took them away, man. Took all your asses, took all your oxen. You understand, man? I was right there, I seen it. They spared me though. They ain't killed me, man. They killed your servants. You understand that was watching over them. But look, man, I'm here to tell you that they did this stuff, man. This happened. Go ahead.
Verse 16. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said.
So the messenger talking, so another one was coming, right after him. Go ahead.
The fire of God is fallen from heaven and have burned up the sheep and the servants.
Good night. So this one's saying, man, I saw the fire coming from heaven, fire coming from the sky. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this was a sight to behold, just out of nowhere, killing, just burning up all the sheep and all of the servants and everything, man. But I didn't get caught in the fire, man. I'm here to tell you, this is what happened. Go ahead.
And consumed them. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another.
I mean, it's back to back to back. So now I'm gonna stop right there. Now I want to compare this to us, right? Because this is the whole moral of the reason why I brought out this story. We're gonna face challenges in life. We're gonna face hard times, tribulations, trials, bad news. We're gonna face this. And sometimes it gets to a point where it seems like your whole world is falling down. It gets to a point where it seems like everything is crumbling. One thing after another. If it ain't this, it's the next thing. If it ain't that, it's the next thing. Back to back to back to back. You can't even recover. It's like Kevin Durant trying to recover from a calf injury and then come back and hurt his Achilles. It's back to back. Soon as you try to heal up from one injury, you get a whole nother injury that can end your career. You understand? I hate to use basketball because I know some brothers don't even like sports, but it's like the perfect analogy for the situation, and it's recent. You understand what I'm saying? I happen to like basketball. I mean, it is where there's no law, there's no sin. So you understand? With that being said, you understand? Yeah, it's like that, man. You understand? It's like you come back from a sprained ankle, you come and get an ACL injury. You come back from the ACL injury, now you done broke your arm. Your arm healed up, now you done broke your collarbone. It's like you can't catch a break. You in the hospital got casts all over your body. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on. You just like, man, if I can't, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Or I can use a car, for example. You just fixed the brakes. Now the whole damn power steering that went out on you. You fixed the power steering, the damn steering wheel then fell off. You put a new steering wheel on, and then a rock hit your windshield, and now you got to fix the damn windshield. You fix the windshield, now your car get on flat. You fix the flat tire, now your damn AC then went out, and it's Texas, and it's 110 outside. So you got to get that fixed. As soon as you fix that, now the water pump that went out on you. You fix the water pump, the radiator going out, the car running hot now. If it ain't one thing, it's another. And I'm describing somebody's life right now, probably. I know it. You understand what I'm saying? Because it was me at one point. You understand? So, and that goes with everything, man. You know, you end up getting high blood pressure, or you catch a disease, or you do something like you get mad, or you got cancer. This happens. You understand what I'm saying? This is like what Job is going through. We haven't even got to the point. Matter of fact, we haven't even got to the point where he's going through diseases, because he went through that too. This is just straight, you know, things happening to his assets. You understand? The rent due, you pay the rent, now you get an eviction notice because they trying to build a new property on the property that you live in. Now you got to find somewhere to go. Now you can't find nowhere to go. You can't live in your car because now your car got towed. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like that. That's what's going on with Job right now. Go ahead.
Verse 17, while he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels and have carried them away. Ye and slain the servants with the edge of the sword. And not only am escaped alone to tell thee.
Keep going. It ain't over.
While he was yet speaking, there came also another.
Good night. I mean, back to back to back to back. Like, Job cannot catch a break. It's so bad, he's barely soaking up the news that he just got of the last messenger. Like, you know how when you get bad news, right? And you take a moment to register, and you got to cope with this. Well, while he's coping with the bad news, you just got cancer. Now he get news that, well, your heart messed up. Now your kidney's bad. You got to go through dialysis. Now he getting more bad news. Well, now we checked your blood. Now you got HIV. So he like, God damn. What's next? That's what we going through in life, right? But guess what? One thing happened for sure that we know. Job was going through all these things. But what did he not lose? He lost all this. He lost everything. I'm going to wait to ask that question. Keep going. I got you. I'm going to let you answer, but just keep going right quick.
And said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine.
So now this right here, now, it's a lot to cut you out. This right here hits hard. Now, everything else hurt. But this one right here is going to hit hard. If anybody knows, if anybody got kids, you're going to know that this right here had to hit him hard. You understand? Read what you got.
thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the four corners of the house. And it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
Okay, so now, you understand, now is the perfect time to iterate this. This right here hit hard. I lost all my sheep. I lost my camels. I lost my oxen. I lost all my servants. Like he had how many? What in the beginning we say it's like 7,000 sheep. He lost all that. Oxen, all that's gone. He had like 500 of them. All that's gone. All his servants gone. Now what else did he just lose? Just lost his children. You understand? Out of nowhere, all this is happening back to back. He just not dealing with. He trying to come up with a plan. Okay, damn. Well, I lost my sheep. Okay, but I got enough oxen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna breed them. I'm gonna sell this many. I'm gonna sell that. Boom. I'm gonna buy a couple. I'm gonna buy this many sheep. I'm gonna make them reproduce, and boom, we're gonna multiply that, and we're gonna be back up on our feet and running in no time. And while he thinking of this plan, here they come. Hey Joe, sorry to inform you. Well, you know I heard you. I was at the door and I overheard you saying how you was gonna take your oxen and you was gonna sell some of those. Well, see what had happened was, you understand? Yeah, those oxen they gone too. And you're gonna be like, dang. Okay, you know what? Oh man, ooh, that hurt. Okay, well, you know what? I still got some camel, right? So I'm gonna take these camel and then I'm gonna do that and boom, boom, boom. Then I'll get me a couple oxen and then we can make them reproduce. And then once I make them reproduce, then I can get some sheep and then I can do that and then I can work this out. Then you hear another knock and then what's that? Then hey, sorry to inform you, Joe, but I heard you talking about those camels that you were saying that you was gonna try to bounce back on your feet. Well, they gone too, and all your servants too. So now he like, man, okay, you know what? I gotta get my kids now. Get my kids, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna figure out a plan, right? So I don't need my servants. I got my kids. I'm gonna have them working. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna figure this out and we're gonna work this out. And then next thing you know, he like, dang, who's that at the door now? And he answered the door, and then the messenger say, well, hey, this right here, you might want to sit down for this. This the news. When you get that type of news, when it's like, okay, take a seat. Just have a seat right quick. I got something bad to tell you. That's how you know it's bad. You gotta take a seat. You understand what I'm saying? Sorry to inform you, but we was all partying and drinking and partying and drinking and partying, and then next thing you know, the house fell down and I ran and I got out, but I couldn't save your children. They was in and they dead. You could just imagine how Joe feel right now. He lost all his animals, he lost all his servants, and then on top of that, he lost all his children. You understand? Well, I'm gonna say what the scripture say. He lost his son. He says, we're gonna be specific, and it says, it fell upon the young men. You understand? So we're gonna say that he lost his sons for sure. Imagine how Job feel, man. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 20. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshiped.
So he shaved his head as a symbol of like just coming to in all humbleness to the Most High. He don't know what else to do. He feel like he don't got nothing left. He don't know what to do. He shaved his head. But guess what? He fell down upon the ground and did what?
And shaved his head and fell upon the ground and worshiped.
He worshiped. So again, Job lost everything in this instance. But what did he not lose? He didn't lose his faith in the Most High. He didn't lose his loyalty. You understand? His integrity. He still fell down and worshiped the Lord, despite losing everything. Now just imagine what some of us go through. That's why I say, being in the truth, you're going to go through things. You're going to get bad news. You're going to hear those knocks at the doors. You're going to get those phone calls. Something happened to your son. Something happened to your brother. Something happened to your parents. Something happened to you. You go to the doctor, you get some bad news. You got cancer. You got this, you got that. Well, guess what? Never lose your faith in the Lord. Do not let none of that deter you away, because anything other than that, then guess who have successfully did their job? Go ahead. Satan. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. When you are doing righteousness according to the Lord, and you know you're doing righteous, and you know you're walking right, and you're not sinning, then you're going through stuff, don't use that as a, man, I'm doing right, and I'm still getting cursed. I'm still going through this, blah, blah, blah. You know what, man? Forget all this stuff, man. This stuff ain't real. And, man, forget this and leave the truth and do whatever you want to do. Nah. Don't do that. Is a demon. That is Satan. You understand? Do not let Satan have his way. Prove the Lord right, and Satan can be a liar. You understand, right? That's what you do in every circumstance like this. Keep reading.
And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return hither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord.
He's still blessing the name of the Lord. He said, the Lord gave me all this. And guess what? You know what? The Lord want to take it away. He can do that. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh. You understand? That's what we need to do when we going through stuff. And I know it may be hard. I'm not going to sit here and sit in front of y'all and telling you that this is going to be easy. I know it's going to be hard, especially depending on what the issue is that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? But never look at it as a thing to turn away from the Lord. It should bring you closer to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because like what Job said, the Lord give it and he can take it and he take it away. Meaning the Lord allowed me to even be here. The Lord allowed me to have my good health. Some people are born messed up. Some people are born with diabetes from birth. Some people are born with HIV from birth. Some people are born blind. Some people are born with no limbs. Some people are born. I seen a damn video. Good night. You understand? Two girls had the back of their head stuck together. They walking like a damn spider. You understand? I don't know if they was heathens or not. I'm just saying. The point is, you could have been born like a spider attached to somebody. Y'all walking. You understand? It could have been bad. You could have been born with nubs for a hand. You could have been born with no forearm, no hand but fingers on the little alligator arm. You could have been born like that. And I ain't trying to be funny for the, you know what I'm saying? I know it may come out like that, but I'm being serious, really. But you could have been born like that. Like some people are born like that. I know y'all, come on now. You can't tell me I don't see certain people be like, what the hell happened? You understand? You could be born like that. You got to understand. Job realized, okay, I was fortunate. I was blessed to even have any of this. I could have been born unfortunate. But the Lord allowed me to have this stuff. So guess what? Blessed is the name of the Lord. You understand, right? Keep reading.
Verse 22. In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly.
It says, in all this, Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly. He didn't come at the Most High all crazy. He didn't ask, man, why am I going through this, Lord, if you really there, if you really for real? Like some of us be doing. Man, if you really for real, man, why I gotta go through this, man? This ain't even right. This is not fair. This ain't right. I hate my life. Y'all killing me with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Salakia. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't get to crying now. You understand? Like, this is a time, and don't get me wrong. Now, some of the situations, like I said, it's sometimes we need laughter. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need laughter. We are under oppression. We're going through stuff. Sometimes you need to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Get that spirit of gloominess off. You understand? But in our reality, I'm being serious. Like, we gotta, and I understand the news could be bad. Like I say, it ain't nothing light about saying, you getting cancer or any other disease that's life-threatening, or diabetes or anything. It is nothing light about that. That is not a small thing. That is a big thing. You do understand, like a lot of people talk about like HIV, right? But there's no cure for diabetes. Let's let that marinate for a second. There's no cure for diabetes. There's really no cure for cancer. So while everybody's so afraid and talking about HIV, this, AIDS, what about lupus? What about cancer? What about diabetes? These are still, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no cure. To my understanding, there's no cure for high blood pressure. It can be treated, but guess what? Every single disease I name is fatal. It can be fatal. You can treat it, but you got to do a whole bunch of other stuff to maintain your health and do all that. And if you miss a beat, you could lose your life. So it ain't just one small thing that you need to be focused on. You understand? And I would advise everybody, make sure you go to the doctor. Honor a physician. Don't be sitting around here taking things lightly because you feel all right. I feel good. I'm straight. I don't need to go to. You only want to go to the doctor when you get flu symptoms. You got the flu, now you want to go to the doctor. Don't wait till you get the flu to go to the doctor. Go to the doctor, get checked for everything. Colon, get your colon, all of that. I know brothers may be, you know what I'm saying? Brothers may be like trying to be too hardcore. Hey, I don't know about that. Check my colon. You understand? All right, you talk about, ain't nobody gonna check your colon, but then guess what? You understand? You take some blood, get some blood samples, and things ain't right. Then the doctor gonna have to go up in there. Then you're gonna really feel violated. It's best to do it voluntarily. Because you get that, they're gonna have to go in there. Sir, we gotta go in there now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing. And I'm gonna tell you what General Q told me. And not to put General Q out there, Salaki, sir, if I could. You understand? But it's very important. When it comes down to your health, man, to hell with all that, oh man, that extra hardcore crap. To hell with all that. You understand? It ain't nothing homosexual about getting your colon checked. It ain't nothing homosexual about, taking care of that area on yourself. Making sure your testicles are right. You understand? As a man. Women got their own issues. They got breast cancer, all these other things. Just like a woman got breast cancer, guess what? You can get cancer in your testicles. You understand? Make sure that stuff is straight, man. Stop sitting there talking about, oh man, I don't know about all that, man. I'm too much of a G. I'm a G, man. You can't check my colon. Man, to hell with all that, man. Ain't nobody gonna know but doing that doctor. And you tell somebody. And guess what? 9 out of 10 times, the brother that you told either has done it or is gonna need to get it done. We men, you understand? Grow up, man. Like, get that stuff checked, man. Especially if you got kids to live for. You understand what I'm saying? Your health and your life is important. You understand? Like, that I just want to take the time to say that, because a lot of us have this complex as men. You know what I'm saying? We too stubborn. We too hard-headed. You understand? Too stiff to go to the doctor. And then you wonder when you start feeling sick, then you go to the doctor and you get bad news. You understand, right? Don't wait till you get bad news don't wait till you feel sick to go to the doctor to get checked up. You want to get that stuff checked immediately so you can start treating. If something wrong, you can start getting treated for it. Now, I thank the Lord, you understand, that I got some minor health issues. I ain't gonna say minor, it's major, you understand? It's not too much of a secret. Like, I'm dealing with diabetes. It ain't too much of a secret, you understand? Brothers know. And I thank the Lord that, that and high blood pressure, nothing severe though, you know what I'm saying? Nothing severe, and I thank the Lord for that. But that don't mean what that mean? I'm gonna stop going to the doctor and get checked for this stuff, and stop getting routine screenings and because it's important that you do that. I don't care if you only got one sex partner for the rest of your whole life. You still get your test done, man. Get your test done, because you never know. You want to add something on that, sir?
Sloppy, I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know a lot of brothers is hesitant about speaking about prostate, checking their prostate. And like when we get older, stuff like that, a lot of brothers don't even bother to get their prostates checked. I think it's in their late 40s or something like that, they can start getting checked. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes brothers are scared to speak amongst one another about getting their prostate checked. Some brothers even get to the point where they have to get their prostate removed. So and with that comes a lot of complications. Mm-hmm. As far as in the bedroom, as far as leaving themselves at the times that they don't want to relieve. You don't want that stuff to happen. So if you want to prevent a lot of that stuff to happen, go see your physician. Right. Even the Bible speaks about that. When you go to Ecclesiasticus 38:1, mm-hmm. It says, honor a physician, but the honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him. For the Lord hath created him. This is why the Lord created the physicians.
Right.
So to prevent you from having these type of problems. You know what I'm saying? To get your from getting your prostate removed. Get that stuff checked so you see the phases before that stuff starts to happen. That's all I got on it.
Damn right. Damn right. I mean, like excellently put by the priest, you understand, in the Ottawa, man. Because that stuff is important, man. We neglect this stuff. And I know, you know, some people may look at that like, well, what does this have to do with Job? It has a lot to do with Job. Because if it's something that's within your, do what's within your control. You understand? Now, there's certain things that's going to happen that's just out of your control. Like with Job, this was out of his control. But guess what? There's a lot of things that is within our control. Don't be that person that has somewhat control that can get certain things checked and don't do it. And then when you get the bad news, now you done turned all AWOL. And now then you blaming everybody else. You saying your life sucks and you want to kill yourself. And you want to do all these things. And you want to rebel against, you know what I'm saying? Because initially, like I said, this class is really about those of us that's in the truth, enduring. Do whatever's within your means to make sure you good. Now, if the Lord say different, if you do everything in your control to remain healthy and do right, if the Lord says different, then that's different. You understand what I'm saying? Then, at that point, you still do what you're supposed to do in this truth. You still, you understand, you still, matter of fact, go harder. Go harder. You understand what I'm saying? In the truth. That's what you do. And don't do it with the sense of, well, I know if I go harder, the Lord might remove these diseases. That's Christian. That's Christian, man. If I, you know, maybe if I just come to camp, or maybe if I just, you know what I'm saying, start doing some more work, maybe the Lord will remove this illness and I could just pray that the Lord remove it. Nah, don't, because then, now what happens? Can anybody tell me what happens when you do that? Well, for time's sake, I tell you. You had it? You had something?
After you start looking to get healed, you're not looking at the point of keeping commandments.
That, and you are creating you're creating a monster. Because what happens is if you start going harder and that sickness don't go away, you've created a dilemma now. Now you're looking at it like, man, you know what, man, screw this stuff. You see what I'm saying? So you back at square one. Don't do it with your hand out. Don't do work for the Lord with the sense of, I know if I do this, He gonna heal me. Because now you done created a false sense of hope. Don't do that. Do what the Lord wants you to do, and whatever it may be, let it be the Lord's will and Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai, regardless. You get the point. Sick or not, Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai. That's what Job did. Read verse 21 again and 22.
And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return hither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly.
You see what I'm saying? Job, look at what Job just had to go through. Like some of us have went through stuff like this, right? Lost, you know, the child or whatnot, lost everything that they had, their home, became homeless and all of that. Look at what Job did though, as a result. Did he go creating this false sense of hope for himself? Did he say, blessed be the name of the Lord, with the sense that, oh, the Lord gonna bless me back? He gonna give me all this stuff back? No. Why? How do we know that? I know y'all know. I mean, I hope somebody can get this. Go ahead.
In verse 21, he said, blessed be the name of the Lord.
Nah. Why he said blessed be the Lord? I'm saying, did he say blessed be the Lord so that the Lord can restore all that's been taken away? Did it? No. He didn't say that because of that. And how do we know? Because he didn't get no blessing after that. When I mean blessing, it got worse. If anybody know the story of Job, this is just the beginning. His life got worse. Could you just imagine that? Just imagine that, right? Now, like, let's just take a second to imagine that. You lost, just imagine losing your car, losing your home, right? We ain't gonna say all these, because Joe was rich. You know what I'm saying? Let's say, like, for the average person like me and you, we may have a car, we may have our own house or apartment or whatever. We lose all of that. Then you turn around and your kids die, you lose your kids, you ain't got nothing left. You ain't got no home, you ain't got no children. And you still, like, and things still get worse from now. Just imagine that, man. You lose your kids. Some of us, if something happened to one of my kids or something, I'm probably done lost my damn mind. I would need every inch of this brotherhood to cope. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's just, if something happened, that ain't even losing. That's just something happened to him. He lost all his children. Well, all his sons for sure. They don't speak about the daughters. But he lost, he had 7 sons. 7. I haven't even got 1 son yet. I pray the Lord bless me with a son. You understand? He lost 7 sons, man. And he lost everything. And his life gets worse. You understand? So, I mean, you know, with that, man, we got to understand something. He didn't curse God. He didn't sin. He didn't say, you know what, I'm turning away from, you know, forget this stuff. This stuff too hard for me. I can't take it. You know, I'm going through all this and the brother checked me. And, you know, to hell with this, man. And forget that. Look, I can't do this stuff no more. You don't understand what I'm going through. And this is not to call out any particular person. This is in general, because I have felt this way before. I'm calling myself out. It's been times where I've gotten checked and I was being completely unbrotherly. I was being completely out of the spirit of the Lord. And guess what? Growing in the truth, I learned and understood that. When I was a younger man, you know, Trooper 50, you understand? It's been a few times where I was checked and I was in my feelings. Just keep it real, you understand? Like, man, I'm always saying something to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, you be feeling some type of way. You get that phone call, you hang up the phone, you're like, I'm tired of this stuff, man. It's always, why you watching me? Why you watching me? You feel like it's only you, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you start feeling selfish. You feel like all eyes on you. Like, any little thing you do, you get checked. But it's everybody, man. We all get checked. Like, don't look at it like, man, it's just me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that this brings some type of laughter to, you know, because like I said, you know, we all going through oppression right now, and we all need some laughter. I know there's brothers in here that have been checked and is laughing at this right now because they know they felt the same way I did. You understand what I'm saying? But just know you're going to grow out of it. And even though I still get, you know, I ain't going to say I don't get checked now. That's a 500, I get checked. And it still don't, I'm not going to say it feel good. I don't know nobody that just you take a check and you feel good. I feel relieved. I can say that. I feel relieved because I know my brothers love me. I know I'm getting checked for a reason. So I know, okay, to not get checked, I need to do what I need to do. I'm getting checked for a reason. Let me take a step back and figure out what I'm doing. So let me stop doing that because I don't want to get checked. Because I don't do it in a positive way, like if make you feel good, you wouldn't do right. Because you're like, I like getting checked. That stuff sounds like some homosexual stuff. That's for your woman. You know what I'm saying? Let you check her, let her feel stimulated. Let her give you some after you check her. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't be feeling like that. It should, I don't want to say hurt. Like, it should hurt, you understand, brother? It should hurt you to get checked. But it should also make you say, you know what, that brother right. That brother love me, man. And I love my brothers. And I'm going to do whatever it takes for the Lord. I don't care what I'm going through. Yeah, I got cancer, but you know what? I don't know what my brother got. I don't know what's going on in his life. We in this thing for one thing and one thing only. To serve the Most High. Period. That's it. And in serving the Most High, you serving the man above. Like, the men above us serve us as younger men, as the men under us, under them. You understand? But we also are, you know what I'm saying? We're soldiers. And you take orders from the man above you. And you accept that. And this is not just about taking orders. This is also about just enduring, period. Because it could be something that you're going through, you ain't even got checked. Everything cool, but you still end up losing it. You lose your mind and leave the truth for whatever case is, or duck off and say, you know what, I just want to separate myself from my brothers. That's not the right spirit to have. That's not right, because even though you may not feel like your brothers are there for you, you make sure that they're there. Like, you make them, listen, that's what we for. We brothers. So if I'm not calling you like I'm supposed to, or you don't feel like you talk to me enough, call me and bug me. You know what I'm saying? Make me develop a relationship with you, a brotherhood with you. You understand what I'm saying? Then what? I ain't got no excuse. If you calling me, I ain't got no excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop making excuses, man. Some brothers, like, it's plenty of brothers I feel like I can build a stronger bond with. Well, guess what I need to do? What do I need to do if I feel like it's some brothers out here that I need to build a stronger bond with? Go ahead. I'm gonna reach out to them. I need to establish that, because guess what? I'm the one feeling like I don't have a strong bond with them. So guess what? I need to make sure I have a strong bond with them. Does that make sense? I don't care. I'm telling y'all now. Bug me. Call me. If y'all feel like some type of way, I don't care. If you're feeling like you got a problem with me, call me. Let me know. We can talk about it. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, one thing's for sure, man. We all come from a certain cloth. You understand? And I'm one of them brothers that come from a cloth where we hash it out as men. You don't have to come down to no argument or no fight. What I'm saying is, come talk to me. I'm blunt. We ain't peons. You understand? Come talk to me like a man and let me know my fault. Matthew 18:15. You understand? We men. Come to me and let me know my faults. And we can talk to that, man. We're going to be coming. Like, bro, really, bro? Man, nigga, you my nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, chill out. We good. And whatever it takes to get you to feel like we cool, that's what I'm going to do as a brother. That's what you're supposed to do. If any brother come to you and tell you that they feeling some type of way, or you understand? Now, I ain't saying after you get checked, you call a brother and be like, yeah, I don't know, man. I feel some type of way because you checked me. No, nigga, you get checked, take that, get out your feelings. When you get right, then you call them and say, well, I understand why you checked me. You understand? But I feel like maybe our brotherhood ain't strong enough. That's why they take it so well. And then from there, I'll be like, oh, no sweat out. You know, what you want to hang out? You want to come through? You want to chop it up? You know what I'm saying? What can I do to build this brotherhood with you? Because I'm still going to check you. I ain't going to change. You know what I'm saying? If you're a man under me and I see something, out of line, I'm going to check you. So, but what I would do is try to go out on a limb and build a stronger brotherhood with you. That way, when I check you, you know it ain't nothing personal. You get the point, right? And this is mostly for the young men, because as a young man, this is what I felt. When I say young man, I'm talking about, 50, trooper, or student. That's when I kind of felt the most, I'm still growing in the truth, right? You still going to have those worldly tendencies in a way. You still got those worldly feelings. You still shedding yourself. You still, as a trooper, you shedding yourself, but you still a 50, you still coming into the grasp of things. And even as a 500, I'm still not all the way there. That's why I seek counsel from the men above me. And I might not, brothers may not really reach that right spirit until they get up there, right? 5,000 and up. But until then, you always seek counsel, man. Whether it may be from the brother you feel transgressed about, or where it may be a higher rank, just to get advice. Seek counsel, man. Always go to that brother, man. You feeling some type of way. I don't want to get off subject. I'm actually going to end it right there. We're going to go in chapter 2 next week. But I'm saying all of this to say this. Whatever may be a stumbling block for you to keep enduring into this truth, don't let it be. Like, if it is a stumbling block, remove the stumbling block. Because guess what? You don't need to remove yourself from the truth. Now, if it be the Most High's will that you drop your sword, then hey, you know what I'm saying? To those who remain, Most High in Christ, we here. You understand? So for those who have left, that's them. But for those of my brothers that are here that's still under that UPK banner, like Captain Carr say, you know what I'm saying? I will die and kill for you if necessary. And guess what? We should all feel that way, man. And you can't say you one West until they bury you if you on the ropes about, hey, man, is this true for me or is it not? You can't be lukewarm. You understand? You can't be lukewarm. And, I ain't going to speak on what another man's work ethic is, because I know myself, I could probably be doing more. You understand? Like, nobody's above doing more work. Nobody's above that. You understand? Just keep your spirit right. Follow the laws, commandments, and statutes. Don't blame your brothers. Don't blame the Most High for what you're going through. You understand? Endure until the end. That's what this is about. And you know what I'm saying? I pray that I've helped some brothers that may be going through some stuff that they don't want to talk about or whatever, and they just using that as a weakness to fall off or whatever the case is. I pray that those brothers get right. Lord be with you, brothers. You understand? I love all my brothers, man. But even as I sit here and teach this class, yeah, you know, y'all don't know everything I'm going through. But guess what? Is that stopping me from doing the Lord's work? That's not going to stop me from coming up here, because guess what? There's a greater good that's bigger than me. Forget me. Who am I? I ain't nothing. I ain't nothing without this nation, without my brothers, without the men above me, without the men under me. I'm nothing. You understand? So with that being said, it's not about any one individual. It's about this truth in this nation and growing and building this nation. That's what it's about. Don't be selfish. You understand? Let's keep this thing moving, man. Straight up and down. Don't let this thing falter for nothing, man. Commander General YAHANNA and the generals did not build this up from ground up for us to falter, to be weak in this truth. You understand? No cowards, no excuses. And yeah, there is a difference between excuses and reasons, but even with the reason, don't let your reasons make you become weak in this truth. You understand? With that, man, pay your tithes to the men of the Lord, man. The I.S.U.P.K, ISUPK.org. Pay your tithes, click the donation link. You understand? That 10% belongs to the Lord, man. And since it belongs to the Lord, you give it to the Lord's prophets, man. The priests and prophets of the Lord. That's who you give that 10% to. That is the I.S.U.P.K, the only true priests and prophets of the Lord to do his work. You understand? That is doing his work diligently. You understand? I don't know nobody else out here working like the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? So with that being said, make sure you pay that 10%, man, of every increase to the Lord, man. You understand? Check out Captain Tazariot's creations on Etsy, man. Get you some body butter. Get you some fourth dimension. I ain't got no body butter yet. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I want some though. You understand? I'm a little broke right now. You understand? It's okay. When I get up, get up on my feet, I'm gonna get me some body butters. I do got some fourth dimension. I do got the body oil. So it's holding me off. I don't even need no body butters. You understand? I got that oil. You understand? That oil. Good night. You understand? And they saying that the fourth dimension black is even better. I don't know. I haven't seen, but I mean, if fourth dimension black is better than a regular fourth dimension, I mean, what the hell? You understand? I don't even know what could be better than that. Go ahead. You got something? Give them some. Give them some. It's supposed to be on a whole nother level. I don't even know how the hell, like the Lord is really, listen, the Lord is really with Captain Tazariot. You understand what I'm saying? Like most high in Christ for that, because I don't know how the hell you top fourth dimension. I'm 31 years old. I've tried different oils. I like apps, you understand? I went old school back in the day, you know. I said back in the day like I'm real old, you know what I'm saying? I think that face app stuff getting to me, you know, make yourself look old. I feel old now, you understand? But you know, back in the day, I was using cool water. My daddy put me on cool water. You understand what I'm saying? What's the other Old Spice? I use all types of stuff. You understand? Polo. What's that? Hey man, it's a couple more out there, man. John I.S.U.P.K, all that stuff. I done tried all that. Yeah, I ain't tried all that. But listen, that fourth dimension, though. I mean, good night. The name suits it. I don't want to be on here all night promoting. Captain Tazariot probably gonna be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, get y'all some fourth dimension. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't vouch for the black because I haven't tried it or give them some. I'm pretty sure if Cap says better, it's better. But I know one thing. I know for sure fourth dimension, the regular, is off the chain. So make sure y'all brothers get some of that, man. I'm telling you, the ladies are gonna be in a trance when you walk by. They just go. It's like you playing a little flute, like you know, like them old genie movies or something like that. I don't know, they playing a little flute, and how the snakes, you know how the snakes be all in a trance. That's how the sister's gonna be when you walking by. I'm telling you. So if you don't believe me, man, you guys, any brother that got it. Get y'all some fourth dimension, man. With that, Ron, I'm gonna pass the class over to Trooper Ron for the security announcement, man. Most High in Christ.
Well, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge started out in 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for new brother and sister.
When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months when brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, out of the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. YAHANNA, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the memorial of blowing of the trumpets, which is first day of the 7th month, which is Saturday, September 28, 2019, out of the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. These are the security announcements.
With that, Salam Yahbashim Yahshua Barakatah to the brothers. Salam Yahweh Shemal Atah Bashim Yahshua to the sisters.